Hey there YouTube, today I'm going to do a review on the One Drop Cafe Racer. I'm going to tell you the specs of the yo, what comes with it, what I liked and what I didn't like. Okay, this yo comes with a diameter of 50.39 millimeters, the width is 38.81 millimeters, the gap is 4.07, it comes in at 63.6 grams, and it has their standard flow groove pad response, which is a very good response. I think it's probably the best response out there besides ghost pads. The ghost pads are really good. And this particular throw comes with their standard pyro matte finish, which is an amazing finish. I love the way it feels. What comes with the yo is what you see right here. It comes with the box, and it comes with the yo in the box. I mean, you didn't really get a whole lot of goodies with this particular throw. This yo-yo actually came with their standard 8-ball bearing versus their famous 10-ball bearing, which was a little disappointing for me, which I knew it wasn't going to come with it, but I think it was a little cheap. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have cost it. They probably could have made the yo-yo maybe $1 or $2 more and probably put in a 10-ball. So that was a little disappointing. Okay, what I liked about this particular throw, I liked everything about this particular throw. There's really nothing that I didn't like. There's some things that I kind of wanted to see in the throw, but nothing that affected this particular yo. The one thing I loved about this thing was the one drop flow groove pads. I actually bought 2 more sets. I love them so much. I mean, these things are amazing. Probably my favorite responses right now for a throw. I mean, it's just, and they never wear out. And I mean, they last forever because they're silicone, but they're like pro-done silicone. So you don't have to silicone recess your own particular yo, but I love them very much. And I love the fact that it feels so good in the hand. I mean, this thing feels so good. I mean, it's small, it's undersized, which that's what I love so much. I love that it's undersized. I love how it's narrow, 38 millimeters. It just feels so good in my hand. I mean, it just fits so nice. I love this finish. That pyro matte finish is an amazing finish for a particular throw. It's probably the best finish I've ever felt on a yo, and I've felt almost every finish that anybody's ever made. I actually did throw the One Drop project and the M1, and I love the finish. I was like, I gotta get another one. But the M1 was sold out like super fast. The project was sold out super fast, and the 54 was even sold out super quick, and I couldn't get my hands on it quick enough. So I was like, I heard they were coming out with the Cafe Racer, and I was like, oh, and I found out they're gonna have their standard pyro matte finish. I was like, oh, I'll just wait, check it out. And I got the purple. This thing is beautiful. This is like the most royal yo I've ever like thrown for $60. I think a lot of it has to do with the bearing. I do have a concave bearing in it versus that's probably like sacrilegious for yo-yoers, putting a concave in a Cafe Racer One Drop yo. But actually, for this particular throw, I feel that the concave works better since it's small. Very undersized yos are notorious for kind of tilting on the stream because they're just so small. I put a concave bearing in it, and this yo-yo performs amazingly. Since I liked everything about it, there's a couple things I didn't really care much for. I didn't like the fact that I didn't come with a 10-ball. That was kind of, I thought that was cheap. Like I said earlier, it was whatever. When I got this particular throw, I bought 2 10 balls. Actually, I like the concaves better than the 10 balls. The 10 balls are very quiet. I mean, they're very smooth and they spin forever, but since it doesn't have that concave or a groove in the bearing, the string still hits the sides of the response system, and it'll actually cause it to turn really slowly. And when I put my concave in there, my concave bearings spin just as long as my 10 balls, but it doesn't have that turning effect. But the 10 balls are quieter, which I don't really care much if it's super quiet. I just don't. So that's one. I kind of wanted to see some side effects. I kind of did. I was like, well, maybe we'll throw some side effects in there, but he never did, and that was a little depressing. I was like, okay, well, no side effects for me. There's really not much. There's only that 10. I wanted to see a 10-ball bearing and some side effects. There is this one complaint somebody told me about. Actually, let's see if you can see it. You'll see a little dot right there. That little white dot. That actually hit my watch when I was throwing. I was wearing my stainless steel watch, which some people think is really dumb, but I generally don't hit my wrist. And it just barely grazed it, phew, like barely grazed it, and like nicked it, took off a little bit of paint. It didn't damage the yo in any way, which I kind of see that in a lot of particular yos in their finish, like all the Big Brother yos, all the one drop yos, general yos. I mean, anybody with a really awesome finish that is really slick, they kind of the paint really scrapes off really easy. I've found out. Like the most durable paint job I have found so far is the paint job on the Duncan Raptor, because it's powder coated. And somebody wanted me to talk about grinds. This particular throw grinds amazing because of their Pyromat finish. It's really slick. It's actually so slick, like sometimes it'll just fall off my hand because it's so slick. I mean, I can grind it all the way up my arm, pop it up in the air, catch it in my palm, throw it up, and then catch a string, get on the trapeze. That's how slick this finish is, and it still goes. I mean, it's really amazing how they constructed this budget throw. And if you haven't noticed, I'm a big fan of budget throws. Like most of my yos haven't cost more than... Actually, this is probably my most expensive... No, my most expensive throw would probably be my Phenemism. It clocked in about 65 bucks. This only cost 60. With the concave bearing in it right now, you can maybe put it at maybe a $65, $70 yo. So this is probably my most expensive yo that I paid for. And it's amazing. But if you have any questions, comments, you want to know anything else, if you have any input, or if you want any output, just leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Bye, YouTube.